So what I thought I would do is I'd speak a little bit right in the beginning about what I call the power of the word. And I will speak as somebody who has been working with writers, with books, as a sometime writer myself, and about what I think the power of the word does and is prevented from doing. As writers, we live by words. Words are our currency. And like currency, the more they circulate, the greater their value. The more they challenge, the greater their subversive potential. And the more they subvert, the greater their danger. So censorship comes into place. And the power of the word is neutralized by the guarded tongue. Of course, the tongue is guarded much more for women than it is for others. And of course, even in this, there are several gradations, as we all know, and several experiences and several forms of censorship and of censoring. And this has something to do with the topic of equality as well, which I'll come to in a minute, but perhaps not in the direct way that we normally talk about it. And so the point that I want to make about the gendering and the censoring is that as far as women are concerned, the censorship is very seldom formal. Really, the state never needs to enter the picture. Their word is already and almost always already censored by family, by community, by convention, by religion, by society, by the market, by the literary establishment, and actually even by ourselves. So the question of culture, censorship, and voice, each of these is inseparable, and they are also undeniably gendered. Now, I just wanted to toss something out about what I think is important about a discussion on equality, which is that I think it is important for us to remember that equality means should mean not only the fact of being equal to, but the freedom to be different from. So how does this connect to what we write and how we experience our reality, let's say, just to begin with? What does it mean to be different from and to have the confidence and the equality to be different from whatever might be the norm, whatever it might be? As women, as writers, I don't want to go into the discussion of equality in general, but sticking to the word, let's say, to writing, to censorship, to the fact of all three. And so I just want to toss out something that perhaps we can come back to, or maybe we may not. But in the years that I've been dealing with women's writing, and perhaps even been struggling with it myself, are three things that I think recur in their writing and in their experience. And I'm going to name them: the metaphor of guilt, the metaphor of motherhood, and the metaphor of sexuality. I think all three are used to censor, to inhibit our writing, and to circumscribe our experience. Now, all three are ever present in very different registers, and perhaps in very different idioms. But the challenge, I think, is to find the words to say it. And so, how really, what is the idiom that we can use? And is it different from or equal to? That, I think, has been the challenge, at least in a great deal of the work that we see, a great deal of the writing that we see by women, and perhaps in the attempts to forge another idiom, to prevent it from being censored. We will always speak up and speak out